Now our flight's leaving at 7:10, but there's still no plane here, so my guess is it's not leaving at 7:10. Today we're going to Mexico City. Super excited for that. Really excited to see my dad and I would say show him around Mexico City, but I've never been before, but kind of just show him around Mexico, if you will. We've been rushing around all morning and now it's time to pack. This might be too much information, but from experience I've learned you can never pack too many underwear or too many socks. So I put a ton in there. We're only going 4 days. Pretty much just put every pair of socks I own, every pair of underwear I own. I don't want to have to wash underwear in the sink. Been there, done that. Well, it turns out I think our carry-on bag that I just packed is over, it looks like it's just maybe a tad over the size for Viva Aerobus, the airline we're flying. I think it would probably fly on any other airline, but given that this is a super budget airline, I don't want to risk it because I feel like it's gonna cost an arm and a leg if we want to have to check the bag. So we're gonna unpack it and hope and pray that our backpack is smaller than the check size. Surely that will fit or count as a carry-on size. I'm gonna be upset if we have to pay more. All right, we're getting hungry. All this packing, pretending to work, making us hungry. We're gonna show you one of the best lunch places, best sandwich places in all of PV. We're gonna go get lunch. Me and the viewers, we're gonna go get lunch.
Okay.
I have no friends.
Bye.
Made it. All right, the name of this place is the Italian Deli. It says homemade sausages are on the outside. I think we've showed this once before. Definitely worth repeating though. Great place to go either before or after you get on or off the orange bus. It's just right past Constitucion, right off Basilio de Dio. This with some chips is always a perfect lunch for us. 165 pesos later, we've got ourselves some sandwich now. Head in Oxo, get some chips, and finally eat lunch. Alright, we got our Poxy Toxos, however you say that. Got that, Diet Coke, we're ready to go. This sandwich is everything I was hoping it'd be. Well, I think I've got everything packed. I've got everything shoved into this backpack. It's not quite closed yet because I've got a few things charging. Got an extra camera battery charging and chargers charging. Heather's got her Power Crunch bar bag ready to go.
I did it. All my stuff in here. I can pack the hair straightener.
What are the dimensions for the bags?
55 by 40 by 20 centimeters, or about 21 by 15 by 7 inches.
Which seems like maybe just a tad smaller than a normal size. I think they definitely did that on purpose. That way you get there.
7 inches is not very wide, so this is gonna have to squish a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be okay. This is where have less comes into play. We're gonna let you know all about flying on Viva Aerobus. We didn't see a ton of reviews out there, so we'll let you know what our experience is like. Hopefully it's a good.
If we make it. I read something online that you have to check in at the gate no later than 2 hours before your flight. Web check-in wasn't working, so we'll keep you guys posted.
You ready?
I am so ready, so excited.
We're going to the airport a few hours early, so we gotta check in.
Got snacks. Really just whatever was left in the fridge. Come on, let's go.
What time is it?
Mexico City time.
Oh, what time is it really?
Oh, 3:13. We're 2 minutes early.
Yeah, doing good. Yesterday we said we needed to leave the apartment, or we said we needed to get a taxi at 3:15. It's 3:13, so I think we're right on time. Hopefully everything else is on time today.
Did we check the flight?
Yeah, I did. We had a nice conversation with the taxi driver. Made it to the airport in one piece. But so far, this trip's going great. Hope I didn't get this.
Yeah, take that back.
We can't find our check-in gate, so I think I did jinx us. Hopefully it's just down the line. There's so many. We're not used to having to check in. Usually we just check in online on Southwest. It looked like we could check in online with Viva Aerobus, but then you went to go check in, there was no button to submit the form, so hopefully it's here. We asked at the help desk. Viva Aerobus, at least today, is at number 23, the check-in little counter. Doesn't open till 4:05 though, which online it says you have to check in 2 hours before your flight. No less than 2 hours before your flight. But 4:05 is exactly 2 hours before your flight. So I'm starting to think that was just a ruse to make sure that everybody's here early.
It goes from 22 to 24.
What? There's literally no 23. Well, hopefully my bag will fit in this little contraption. It looks like something they put at a carnival though, like it's rigged. So we got our boarding pass.
That was the most stressful part.
Yeah, I was pretty stressed out. Just we almost always fly Southwest. We've flown with them so many times. We're just used to the process, used to how it works.
Yeah, he said, do you have liquids or something else? And I didn't get the second part.
Even though it was in English, but it was still
hopefully
like,
it wasn't like
I don't
cinnamon
know.
rolls, because I do.
I feel weirdly nervous traveling today just because it's a new airline. I wasn't sure if the guy was going to speak English or Spanish. I can speak Spanish, enough Spanish, but still when it comes to important things like how to get on your flight, obviously I would prefer if that's in English, but he did speak to us in English. Like Puerto Vallarta feels like home, so traveling to Mexico City feels like a big international trip even though we're already overseas. I know that may seem strange, but I feel like nervous about what it's gonna be like even though we're already in Mexico. You know what's good for you when your nerves are really high and you're feeling nervous? Caffeine.
So we just got our jolt of caffeine. And we're
As
about
if
to
you
go
needed it.
through security. And luckily our bags were the right dimensions, or they didn't even ask to check them. They were under the weight limit and under the size limits.
Have less, folks, have less.
We are about to go through security, so we'll see you guys on the other side.
Do you think the seats on the plane are gonna have this much legroom? Oh God, I hope not actually.
We're in the very front seat.
Yeah, how much should we pay extra for
I
that?
think $12.50 United States hard-earned dollars.
That's a lot of YouTube views.
Yeah, a lot.
Travel tip, whenever we go to a place that might be fairly local, fairly Mexican, I like try and wear my CrossFit Zapata shirt, thinking that maybe people will think / know that we're like
We fit in.
a percent Mexican or something.
The blonde hair is just...
We don't fit in at all, so then I try and wear this so we fit in a little bit better. But
Why
then
did I wear this?
I think the bright orange hat and the bright pink probably negates the shirt though. We just can't fit in. There's nothing we could do. I could be 100% fluent Spanish. We would never fit in, I don't think.
No, not with this.
You're gonna diet. You're gonna diet, I'm gonna grow out my mustache.
In 18 years.
Another travel tip. Hopefully this one's actually more valuable.
So when I booked these tickets, I looked at some reviews of this airline in general. One of the main things I found was to make sure your bag fit the size and weight restrictions before you get to the airport. So this is a budget airline, Viva Aerobus. The reviews I read said basically once you get to the airport, those prices to upgrade either the size or the weight of your bag are like completely like out of this world expensive. So
But you can do it online.
You can do it online when you book your ticket, and I think you can go and upgrade your luggage online. But whatever you do, if you think your bag is close to the size or weight restriction, do it before you get to the airport.
I'm not sure how many of you guys are going to be flying Viva anytime soon, but now you know. We're about to get on a flight, or at least we're supposed to. We're supposed to board 5 minutes ago. We feel very fortunate to be traveling to Mexico City to see my dad, and just to be able to travel in general. I feel like it's definitely a special thing and something my parents couldn't do, and not something everybody can do. So we're very, very fortunate and happy to be able to do that.
And we are excited that you guys are coming with us.
Well, what time do I get here? We at the airport at 3:30. Now our flight's leaving at 7:10. But there's still no plane here, so my guess is it's not leaving at 7:10. It seems like a good time for Hillary to tell us a random fact about herself.
A random fact about me is that I am so impatient. But I think moving to Mexico has helped with that, because I feel like you can be impatient all you want. There's nothing anybody can do about it.
Yeah.
So nobody else seems to be impatient here. So
Yeah.
it's Subway, and I'm about to go buy some Skittles.
Oh, you are, huh?
Yep.
Our flight was originally at 6, and then it got bumped to 7:05. And I just looked at the screen, and it says 8 o'clock. I'm not gonna stress. Not gonna stress. Ooh, so looks like we're getting on this flight. Hopefully we do. Hopefully we have a seat. Hopefully we make it.
Have a nice flight. Hi, sir. Have a nice flight.
First impressions are this plane is really nice. It seems newer than most Southwest planes we've been on. Legroom was definitely worth paying extra $12 for. It is.
We are about to take off, so we will see you guys in Mexico City.
Alright, we made it to Mexico City. We're gonna try and go get a taxi. Hopefully that goes well. We'll see you guys back to the hotel. Hopefully. We're having some troubles checking in. I don't know, we've been here for maybe 10 minutes standing here, and they can't get us checked in. I don't know if they don't have a room for us. I don't know what the deal is. Hopefully they figure it out.
We got a room. It's not the room we paid for, but I'm trying to just not worry about it because we have bed to sleep.
A place to sleep, yeah.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with our booking wasn't showing up. We got a room with 2 double beds tonight, and
I'm sleeping alone.
and then we're gonna switch tomorrow into the one we originally booked, just a queen bed, I believe. So we made it, got our hotel room. I'm gonna assume that our key will let us in. We're gonna leave you guys here tomorrow. We're gonna explore the city, and we can't wait to show you.